Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm WHHI's Kevin Libby, and joining me now is Susan Stabene, who married Italian but's a Southern girl. So, Susan, you're with MinuteClinic.
I am, yes.
First question I have for you is, I'm a Northerner. I say insurance, but I'll ask you, does MinuteClinic take insurance?
We do take insurance. We take over 50 different types in South Carolina, and we actually do take South Carolina Medicare and Medicaid patients. So,
what's your target audience, MinuteClinic? Am I traveling? I can go to MinuteClinic. I understand you have a lot of them.
We do. We actually have more than 650 in the United States. We cover over 25 states and D.C.
Wow. So who runs it?
Nurse practitioners actually run the clinic. They provide expert medical opinions. They can actually diagnose, treat, and prescribe when you're there. So,
but I understand MinuteClinic, it's not urgent care.
It's not urgent care. No, it's more of like a primary care setting. We diagnose strep throat, ear, eye, nose, bladder, and bronchial disorders. We also give vaccinations, tetanus, pertussis, hepatitis.
So MinuteClinic, does it really take a minute? It's expedited, I presume.
Well,
it's more expeditious than going to the hospital.
Visits typically last about 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yes, and there's typically little or no wait time.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
What are some of the common services? You talked about ear, nose, throat, stuff like that. What are people after when they come in?
Well, we do see a lot of vacationers, and so we see a lot of minor burns, sunburns, some ear infections, some swimmer's ear. We see that too. We also see some common skin conditions. So.
Cool. And just for communication, you're talking to the patient's primary care provider?
We do. We do talk to the patient's primary care provider. We actually do electronic records, and we can send your records to your primary care provider within 24 hours of your visit.
Cool.
So.
And if I need more than what you can necessarily handle at the clinic, you can refer me? We
can. We do refer out. If it's a condition that's more serious, we can refer you to the emergency department, and if it's something that's not within our scope, we can refer you to a primary care.
I'm reading your questions. You can get a prescription filled in the store?
You
have
can.
A pharmacist?
You can. It's convenient to get it filled in the store. We can send it electronically right over to the store. It's usually filled within 15 minutes, or we can send it somewhere else. If you go to a different pharmacy and you prefer that, we can send it there too.
Well, tell me more. How did MinuteClinic start?
Well, it began in December of 2000 in a grocery store in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and then CVS Caremark actually acquired the MinuteClinic in 2006. And then so since 2000, MinuteClinic has seen over 15 million patient visits.
Wow. Do you know what CVS stands for?
CVS?
CVS stands for the Consumer Value Store.
Yes, it does.
I worked there in high school.
Oh, wow.
Learning more about me than the MinuteClinic, but we'll stick to it.
That's okay.
So how long have you been working down here at MinuteClinic?
Well, I actually am the manager, we call it a clinical practice manager, so I manage the Hilton Head and Bluffton stores, and I also manage the Charleston area too. So I do live in Charleston, and we have a couple stores in the Mount Pleasant area and the downtown area, and then we have a store in Hilton Head that's off of Pope Avenue, and then we have a store in Bluffton. So
you're in the Low Country. You have a presence.
I am, yes.
And since you're on a Low Country show, you prefer the Low Country to Charleston? Is it a nice getaway?
I like the Low Country. I do. Yes.
Cool. What's your most inconvenient vacation injury that MinuteClinic would have been able to help you with?
We'd be able to help?
I want information on your medical history for television. Tell me about jellyfish stings. Like, what are the kind of things people walk in with?
Jellyfish stings are pretty common here. We do see those a lot, and we provide medical care for that. I see a lot of sunburns too. We get a lot of patients that come in for sunburns. And actually the swimmer's ear is probably the most common thing that I see with kids, and that is very, very painful for children. And they usually are coming in very tearful when they come in.
Help me understand what that is. That's when you have excess blood in your ear and a bacterial infection typically grows in there?
Right, exactly. And so sometimes it gets so swollen, that we have to put some wicks in to kind of get the drops down in there. We give them bacterial drops. And that really, really helps them. And so to see them come in and they're so tearful and they don't feel good because they're on vacation.
Right.
And,
no one wants to be uncomfortable on vacation.
No, nobody does. Nobody does. So we fix them up and we send them out, and they're very thankful.
And for swimmers here, you need a prescription antibiotic
to
kill that bacteria.
You do. You need a prescription antibiotic to get.
So you need MinuteClinic.
You need MinuteClinic, that's right. You need to come and see us. So.
Susan, this was fun.
Yes, it was great. It was a great time. Thank you so much for having me.
The pleasure was ours. And we'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.